Hello everyone, welcome back again. For those who don't know me, I am the Ulef founder of MADCAPT Limited, which is Amazon service-based agency that help brand to scale with our self-driving system. But today we have a very special guest on our episode who is going to share a very interesting insight about how to launch and relaunch your product on Amazon with proven and best practices. So please welcome our great guest, Mr. Colin. Hey Colin, how are you?
Good man, thanks Ali. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me in. Hey guys, how you guys all doing? Hopefully that you guys gonna take enough value out of this call. Yeah, man, I'm super excited to be part of this call.
Yeah, great. So, Mr. Colin, please start with your brief introduction, how you can start your journey at Amazon industry and how
Sure.
it can go on.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I started selling in Amazon from 2014ish, like close to 10 years right now. No idea anything about e-commerce. I was a software developer, basically, and then I read the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and then I find whatever I'm doing it's stupid, and then I was like, need to make life changes actually at this point. So after that, somebody Robert Kiyosaki introducing a math, which is like amazing selling mission, saying that okay, hey, there's a way to make money in online. So I took a short course with them, and they were like asked for $5,000 at that point, and I was super stringy, like I don't want to pay for that. So what I did is basically spend close to 19 hours a day, including my 9 to 5 job, software job, and after that I come home like 6 o'clock, work until like 2 to 3 o'clock actually every single day. And the 18 months period, I made my first million at that point. Um, it's I feel like I'm not a book student. I'm not like somebody who's like pretty much good in books. Like I never passed test in the college or school or whatever. Um, if I can do it and anybody can do it at this point. So it's all about like building the momentum, building the mindset towards that what you want to get for. So that's what has pushed me towards an Amazon. Since I'm a software developer as well, so I love data. So I started working, seeing things in a different way from other people. I got into good business background after 1 or 2 years, and I can able to read the data much better. It's given me like a better advantage for me. So that's where I'm at right now. Last year alone, we helped close to 120 products at this point. We launched it. We really crush all the launches at this point.
Wow, that's a great, amazing story. So, as you mentioned, you can start your journey when you are working in 9 to 5. So, you start as an Amazon seller or you start as a service provider like that. How you can start your
No, the service provider side is just a new journey for me. Basically, I met an accident in my life accident, which is like a divorce and everything. What happened because of that? My big brand, I lost the big brand what I had. So I end up in like, okay, I don't know what to do, like what I have to do. I think my life is done. I'm done. I gotta go back to my 9 to 5 or whatever. So at that point, what happened? I helped one of my friend. He's going through a lot of stuff. I helped one of my friend to add like $1 million sales in his account actually at that point. So that brings a motivation. I shared all the things what I have done to everybody, and everybody reaching out to me to ask for help. And I didn't realize lately, like I helped like close to maybe like 30 40 asians at that point for free of cost completely. And I didn't realize like, oh my god, maybe I can do this one. So my skill set is to be like, if a product was dead, if the product, something happened to your product, and you are not making any sales, because you were selling like 500 units before a day, and right now you're selling like a 5 10 units a day, and I know exactly how to break it down. I know exactly what's the problem would be. I know exactly how to bring back the sales, either data or backend or any other things. We can able to break it down, and that's the specific skill set of what I got. It helps a lot of people, and I realize, okay, maybe I can help people and feel really great about what I am and what I'm doing. And then I can still do a lot actually like this, right? That's where the service provider session was started. I don't want to be a service provider. I wish I could have like all of my brand and then I grow it. For example, one of the brand we launched recently, we went from 50,000 to $500,000 a month. I wish I could do that one for my brand. You understand what I'm saying? At that point, I will be sitting in the beach and then doing nothing. Actually, like I let my team to do all the stuff, right? We just work like a 1 or 2 hours. But a service provider thing is like a different animal. You being responsible for somebody's money and then you hold it accountable for what are you doing actually, which is like a pain in the ass, I would say. It comes to the big responsibility, but and
Yeah,
also you give like a lot of exposure, because I deal with like only sports and outdoors and health and household at that point before, and right now I deal with like a multiple categories and multiple things at this point. So I got like a different exposure of data, which helps me to analyze more, go in detail, and more able to understand what's going on with the Amazon algorithm. We test like crazy amount of data, so it satisfied two things. One, I'm being helpful. Two, I'm being still have like a child curious mentality of like what's going on actually inside, what's happening. So that curious mentality is being satisfied. And three, it meets my living standard. Like I'm able to be like able to be helpful and also able to make money out of it. That makes, and also it's not like I make money only through just like giving, okay, give me like a standard cost and then I'll take care of it. It's like, if you make money, I want to make money. That's all. It's like, if you don't make money, I don't want to make money out of you. That's a period of that one. You understand what I'm saying?
great. So let's move on our basic foundation of launching a brand or product on Amazon. So the first question I would like to ask you, what the biggest mistake most Amazon seller make when they are moving to launching their product on Amazon? So how you can describe that?
Sure. The biggest thing is like most of the brands, I would say 90% of the brands who focus on hacks and tricks to launch the product. That's the biggest mistake what I find. See, you got to be like either one of it. You need to be know Amazon much better to take any product and make it successful, right? That's the one skill set. Or develop a product which nobody can refuse, say no to your product at all on the niche, actually, in terms of like image, in terms of like a usability and utility and all the thing aspect of your product. Develop it and run just launch it and run the PPC. You will able to see that the sales will be multiplied. If you don't apply either one of it, you probably like end up losing the game at that point, right? So if you apply both of them, you are on the top model. Have a hybrid model at that point, right? So they don't realize it's required a skill set to move a regular product, right? So they take a regular product, for example, garlic press. They try to launch the product garlic press. They end up in like not able to go anywhere out of that, right? What? Because it's a super generic product and then it's like a commodity product basically. Like, and you're competing with a bunch of people and you don't know, you don't you're competing with a bunch of giant of people who know what they're doing, and you're going and then with the with the mindset of like, no, this product is going to be successful without doing nothing. Actually, that's not going to happen at this point, right? It's required a technology skill set, algorithm skill set, whether you need to be follow the data and make sure that the data, read the data and take a direction out of the data. You need that one. Or create a new garlic press, create come up with like a new garlic press which is going to be able to help people in a either fashionable or higher more utility or a combination of different things. Try to come up with a new idea actually on the garlic press. That's the biggest mistake on the first biggest mistake what I find actually at this point.
Okay, that's great. So let's move on. As you explained, you need to find a you need to find a unique garlic press to launch in the competitive market. So let's go on move on that how you can break down the exact step to launch a product on Amazon. What's your exact step you can give to anyone who's going to launch their product?
This is a great question. There is no exact step. First of all, okay, there is no one step fits for. This is what we being taught for all these days. I mean, like think about it, right? So we come to an entrepreneurship to have the freedom for ourselves, but we still being jailed with the hacks and tricks and whatever standard practice what we created without knowing that there is another way to approach this game actually, right? So first of all, you're as an entrepreneur, your whole purpose is to solve the problem, right? I mean, if you don't even know how to solve your problem, you end up in like, what are we doing actually at that point, right? So there is no process. Like I would say, there is a very fundamental basic approach is there. Of course, the first step you do, like you do the proper keyword analysis, right? How many keywords we have, whether we have a browse keyword or purchase keyword, how many browse keywords we have, how many purchase keyword we have, and how many semantic keywords we have, and how many related semantic keyword mapping keywords we have. So there is like a four level of structures right already there, right? And on third step is like taking the semantic keyword and also keyword grouping, take it into the consideration to go into the next level of like applying to your content actually, applying to your images, applying to your title, applying to your bullet point, applying to the A plus content. That's the third step towards it. The fourth steps is like, okay, when you launch the product, you approximately going to figure it out, okay, what keywords are gonna be highly converted. So you're going to take those keyword and launch those keyword first actually, because you're very calculatively assuming that these keywords, if I get like, if I put this keyword, run a ppc, I run like a four, if I get like a 4 to 5 clicks, I get one sales out of it, which is like 15 to 25 percentage of conversion what I'm going to have. So it's a calculated measurement what you have. And the fifth step is basically, and then you see what are the other keywords are coming up actually based on whatever you're running at this point. So you take those keywords and run that launches right on top of it. That's a sixth step. So you do this one multiple times over and over again until the launch is fully completed, right? This is a basic structure actually on the launch, right? But you can take a multiple direction on this. Each and everything comes in like each and every topic can talk in terms of like, okay, how you can break it down the front end, how you can break it down the back end, how you can break it down the middleware, which is in terms of like keyword ranking and all the things, and why somebody is winning right now, why somebody is losing right now, how we can compare with the existing product itself, whether why somebody was winning in a much better way and why other guy was now winning. So you can able to, you don't even have to spend money, but you can able to read the data from the existing people, and you can able to understand, okay, this guy did this one, and then he was able to rank much better, and his image is much better. That's why he's able to perform this level actually. And this guy on the other side, he was not ranking anything because his image sucks, his content is sucks, his product is suck, or whatever. You will able to figure out the two different directions actually, right? So based on that, you can break it down which part I want to choose to put it in my product, and making sure that I get the winning and the best strategy that I'm going for a launch actually, when I'm going for a launch.
That's a great That's a great masterclass you have given to us in in the short amount of time. It's really amazing. You have really described everything that people need to know about it. So let's go on the next question, which is, what's your takeaway on launching our giveaways and rebates and promotion in 2025 launches? If you are going to launch this in 2025, so how you can go with that?
See, you can do this organic or non-organic. Like you still, people still do the giveaways. It's not like they don't do the giveaways. Giveaway still works actually. It's not. Don't take it wrong. It's all about like a clicks and conversion. But again, giveaway alone, it's not going to work. Giveaway works. Giveaway alone, that's the key difference. That's the key difference. What we need to understand right now. The key difference is okay, you cannot think like, okay, I'm going to give away for this keyword and it's going to work. No, it's not. You're going to be temporarily going to rank, and you're going to fall right back where you are if you don't follow the process actually, right? So the point is how you can able to support the giveaway. So the giveaway is like one of the solution to rank the keyword. There are multiple ways what I talk about before. Your image optimization, you're talking about like optimizing the best clicks for your images and grouping your keywords, taking the highly converted keywords. All these small factors are most important than just focus on the giveaways. And still you can able to do the external traffic, and still you can do the Google traffic, and still you can do the like Amazon other promotion ads and all the things, actually the PPC, in a much better way. Those are the ways you can able to do that. See, ultimately what Amazon wants, right? They want right now, it's especially right now, it's the EQR model at this point. They want highly engaged content. If your keyword, if your listing is not highly engaged, you're in trouble. That's it, period. You're somebody is coming into your listing and they are not spending enough time on the listing, and that means it's like you have like a low highest click bounce rate at this point. It's just like a Google. Somebody's like click on the link and they didn't go through that whole thing and then they just like exit out. That's like that means that's now what they want. If you have such a product, that means you have a problem with that one at this point, right? The best way to deal with this is like basically follow the data very well. Follow the data and identify what data says. Not just focus on the giveaways, not just focus on the add to carts, not just focus on like all the hacks and all the things. Just like, okay, what do we want? What Amazon want at this point? Amazon want the Amazon ecosystem. How that works is like, okay, you need to get an impression, and you need to get like clicks, and you need to get like add to carts, and you need to get like a sales, and also on the top of it, before add to carts, and also it's like a share, like somebody's like sending it. If I'm buying something, right? If I have, with my ex, actually, like, I do you like this one? Actually, how many times we send it to our girlfriend, our wife, or whatever? Hey, we buying a product for our kid, or buying a product for the house. Oh, kid, do you like this one? Do you like this one? Do you like this one? So you get like a double clicks on each person's side, actually. And but if you're giving away the product, you're just like gonna go, okay, they're gonna type the say safari, like a search, find, and buy, and then they're gonna purchase the product. What do you see the difference? How what's the algorithm aspect of it and just giveaway aspect of it? So in a natural behavior, you need to get an impression, clicks, and you need a shares, add to carts. Plus, you need to like have the add to carts for like a weeks or 2 days or something, so that they add it they will not forget about the product. Then they finish the purchase. Actually, Amazon tracks a delayed conversion up to 48 hours right now at this point, right? So you basically needs to take care of all the parameters what is important, not only just a giveaway. Those days are done. I mean, before there is like I'm talking about the relevancy model. Before relevancy model itself, I think it's like I forgot the algorithm name. Basically, you just like take a one keyword, run a launch, and do like 100 units a day for 7 days. You're probably gonna get like sales like crazy at that point, right? So those things does not exist anymore. So right now you need to have like engaging content, and the content builds the relevancy for your keyword, and the relevant keyword able to get like a better click to rate and better conversion. No, the better click to rate, better conversion build the better relevancy. The better relevancy builds a better ranking at that point, actually.
That's great, Colin. I really appreciate your insight, and it's really valuable that you are sharing to us. So, as you mentioned, you need to highly enrich content in your listing. So, do you think the branding is really matter on Amazon, or is just outside the Amazon is better?
Okay, branding. Okay, let's kill the, let's do this one right now. Branding is great. Building branding in Amazon alone is, you're not going to build the branding in Amazon alone. Well, you're going to put a great images is not going to be like a building a branding is a completely different topic, actually. What I'm talking about is like functional images, functional content. You're not building the images just to look beautiful. you satisfying what the end customer wants, and then you giving them exact response for them. For example, you need right now on this current algorithm, you need to have a exact audience. You need to figure out what audience you're serving this for. There are like eight types of audiences. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. Actually, let me put you up in that value add buyers. There are buyers which is like a professional buyers. There are biases like a gift buyers. There are biases like a seasonal buyers. So let's take these four guys. These four guys different behaves differently, right? The value buyers, they want maximum out of their buck, right? They want to see, okay, how much count for how much price they're getting. So they want like, okay, so that the value of the value they're buying, it's pretty good actually for them. For them, it's like most important thing is like a buck. Like for example, if you give like if you're buying toothpaste, so you're getting like a for if you buy two, you get like a 20% discount, or you get like a three of them for this cost. They go for that value than a quality actually of the product, right? That's the person. When you go into the professional buyers don't care about the pricing. They care about the nitty gritty of the product actually, right? They care about what is inside the product, what or how am I going to be take advantage of the product for my daily living, or this is going to helpful for me to be like do what I supposed to do in a best at whatever I can. So that's what it works actually, professional buyers. So when it comes to a valid buyer, you need to show them the second image, not a professional grade things. You show like a values of like, okay, this product comes with this, and so this way it's value for me actually, value for you to buy this one. But in the professional one, you give like a too much technical details. Oh, this gives like these many calories, these many detail, these many things, and you get this one out of when you buy this one, you're going to be like feel great, blah blah blah. So those are the buyers we have experienced buyers. There are different types of buyers there. So you create a listing based on that. It's all about functional image, not about branding. Branding is completely different. Branding is like you build the product outside Amazon in a much better way. Of course, right now you can able to do that one, but in building the brand in Amazon, it's going to take a year or 2 years of time. But if you want to do it in a much better way, the branding needs to be outside the Amazon. So you bring the traffic to the Amazon, so you get the momentum for your Amazon listing in a much, 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 much better way. So I strongly believe in not a branding. I strongly believe in a functional image for Amazon. Don't take it wrong. I'm not talking about branding is bad. I'm talking about exclusively if you want to launch a product in Amazon, you're exclusively Amazon brand. You need to focus on functional images, not the graphic design, great graphic design, who put up like a water splash items in the listing, looks cooler like anything else, great looking. That's not going to sell. You're not going to sell that one. What it's going to sell is like what find out what other person looking for and give them what they need. That is going to help them to get what they want actually.
Yeah, great. The buyer intent is the most important than the looking good images. As you
Exactly.
explained, as you explained, it's really deep down. So let's go on the seller nightmare, which is when anyone going to launch their product on Amazon, so they have facing a huge burden on PPC. So let's go if we wanted to go on PPC, or we can use external traffic to increase our product ranking or increase our product sale. Which you recommend that?
Okay, see again, what I mentioned before, it's the most important thing what we have to remember again, right? So there are 4 5 factor what's important: impression, clicks, add to carts, conversion, shares, right? And reviews, feedbacks. These are the 7 factors are most important thing for Amazon actually. This There are so many nitty gritty inside. We can able to come up with a formulation, what's higher advantage and higher disadvantage and all the stuff actually, right? um Can you repeat your question again? I'm sorry, I lost the question.
I would say when people are going to launch, so they have a huge burden
I
on
got it.
PPC
Yeah,
because
I
of
got
their
it. Yeah,
product movement.
I
Like,
got it. Yeah,
so,
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm like, got into the flow.
Yeah,
So,
you-
yeah, basically, when it comes to that, it doesn't matter whether you through do the external launch or external traffic or PPC or giveaway or do whatever. So these seven things needs to be satisfied. The seven things, if that's not satisfied in a right way, so for example, impression to click rates, right? If you're better than your competitor, you're probably going to start ranking much better, right? You're getting a good impressions, but you're not getting a good click-through rates. Actually, that means your product is going to be goes down actually at that point, right? The second one, you rank, so once your click-through rate increase, right, your rank will goes up actually temporarily. And if your conversion was not converting pretty well in the first week of it, you're probably going to drop it back where you are. So all the things are exclusively comparatively with your competitor. If your competitor has like a click-through rate like a 5% and you have like a 6% click-through rate, you're probably going to rank better than him actually at that point. And your conversion is like a decently matching with the competitor, then you're probably going to sustain there actually on the ranking, right? So now let's talk about whether it is a PPC or whether it is external traffic. Who cares? Whatever works actually for us, whatever we can measure, whatever we can able to take in control of your launch, that's what's the makes sense. Am I right? Does it make sense what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
basically what you can measure. Right now external traffic I cannot measure. I'm not able to measure what keyword I'm running. I'm able to run the traffic for it, and I'm not able to do it. Or you can do the massive growth on the external. So you can run like $1,000 PPC on the TikTok or any other place, and you see how is the sales and traffic is growing in Amazon. That's another approach if you have enough budget for it actually. Or if you want to be like exclusive on Amazon actually, so you probably need to measure what are you doing actually. The data, as I mentioned before, the data speaks louder than anything else actually for you. So for me, PPC is much better because I can able to measure data. I can able to say I'm getting a better click-through rate, I'm getting a low click-through rate, so based on that I change my listing, change my approach, and every single thing what I need to do in my listing. So PPC launch is much better for me, but you don't have to take my word. So as long as you take care of the seven characteristics, what's most important thing, that's what it's important at this point in the launch.
yeah, it's absolutely great and absolutely to the point what we need to focus on. So let's go on the second topic, which is our relaunch product. So can you describe why we wanted to relaunch product and how what the step we wanted to take on this?
Okay. So when it comes to, so this is what why I got into is basically I always have like ups and downs in my Amazon business. I mean, whenever ups, it's amazing, but the down is also amazing for me because I learn when I'm down actually. I learn during the down times. I thrive on the down times because I love to see, I know that one I'm going in my next level in my life actually at that point. So the bad time doesn't define me, my emotions and everything. So what happened is basically during the period of time, I'm like my sales like goes down up, and like some of the product goes down. So we started analyzing what's going on. So when we take a look at it, other than just a giveaway and PPC increase and all the things, there is more than other data exists in Amazon at that point, which is like your backend data. Not a lot of people know about the backend data, which is like a browser node, product tab, and item tab. So when the product sales goes down, right, what most of the people do is like, okay, oh, let's increase the PPC. Oh, let's run the external traffic. Oh, let's run the giveaways, right? Oh, it doesn't work. That's it, done. Maybe bad competition. Maybe like somebody's attacking me. Maybe like, oh, maybe like I don't know what's going on actually. I don't know what to do. Like they get freeze out of that. So that's where I got into a situation of like, I was in that situation one point of time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna break it down what it is actually. What the fuck is this basically? So when I break it down, there is beyond the just a giveaway, just the PPC increase, just the let's check the listing. It's like a back end optimization, all the things. When we take a look at all this detail, when you align your listing back end data very well, then you're probably able to rank a keyword in much better way. I'll give you an example. It, ranking is like, let's assume that ranking is driving, like you're driving the car, right? Um, the how fast you want to go, it depends on the road where you're driving. If you go in like a bumps and then like a hill, if you go in like a bumps and all the things actually completely, right, you're probably not able to run as fast as possible actually, right? Even if you're in the hill, you can still drive, move up, but in the tough time actually, but you will keep running it. But let's say that in the hill, it's like a bumps and a whole bunch of things there, you're probably not able to drive fast. Am I right? Is that what it is,
Yeah,
right? So that's what the road is like, an Amazon listing actually. Basically, if your listing backend was like fucked up completely, and if your listing backend was like not able to update, not able to not able to be aligned with what is in your listing basically, that's where you have bumps and you have rocks, you have holes in your road actually. How could you drive fast? So when you start fixing it, you're like really putting up like a clean road. Then you run the PPC, then you run the giveaways, run whatever you want, external traffic or whatever. Then you're probably going to able to hit the traffic, hit the sales, hit the ranking in much better way actually at that point.
yeah. Great. So, can you tell us what the main categories or niches on Amazon in 2025 we wanted to go on that, and which one we need to go on these niches? You can tell us what your point of view, which categories are more bumping right now, or which one is just saturated right now?
There is no such a thing, man. Very honestly, there's no such a thing. I feel right now it's the best time to launch products in Amazon, because here's what has happened. I mean, I hope whoever listening, you have like already have a listing who is already have doing much better. I'll tell you the freaking crazy important secret right now. Amazon, as I mentioned before, the EQR model, you're they are more engaging on the new content actually. If your listing is super old and not personalized for a specific audience, I can come on into that space and break your sales actually very well as a new listing. So as the brand, what you're hearing right now is like you need to refresh your content at least every single week. I'm talking about every single time, at least change something on your listing based on the reviews, based on, see, before what we do is like when the sales happen, when your PPC sales increase, when the PPC got sales on the keyword, you take this keyword and put it on your listing. If you don't have right now, you need to put it in your content actually, in your image or A plus content on all the things actually. So just make sure to check your listing and see that if somebody talks about something, if somebody put up like a different word and which is like converted really well on the PPC, make sure take that semantic keyword and you introduce the introduce this to your image content, and it's gonna get goes much better. So what I'm saying is basically there is no hot or crazy content actually. It depends on your experience as well. Basically, if you're a new seller, then you need to go into like basically learning mode actually. At that point, your learning mode is basically, for me, I lost when I launched the product, first two product, I lost like close to $50,000 something. But that is my university fee, what I paid for. If I didn't lose that $50,000, I wouldn't made the amount of money that what I made out of Amazon right now. I wouldn't be here right now at this point. So the life is a university. The loss is the what you paid for actually as a fee, right? It doesn't mean that it's a loss. It's just a fee that what you paid to be where you are at this point. right? Are you ready to pay the fees in terms of like your energy and time and money, and what are you spending actually, right? So two things, it's the most important things when it comes to Amazon or anything in your life. You better know why you're successful and why you fail. If you, especially when you're failing, and you better know why you're failing. When you analyze that, oh my god, you have no idea what kind of data you got in your life, what are things you put in yourself in your life. It's amazing how much value you get out of that. You experience life actually out of that completely. So what I'm saying is, at this point it's better to launch a new product all the time at this point, with the new content, personalized content, and any categories. If you're a new seller, you go into like easy categories in terms of like bit, and also it depends on your your bank actually, how much money you have, how much you want to invest on actually at this point. Depends on that, you choose the category. So if you want, you can go into like a smart scout or some other tools like that, able to figure it out. What category has like highest thing, what is the lowest sales each competitor doing. So then you can able to figure it out, whether you want to choose go into the category or not actually. So it's all about like a budget what you have, and also how much experience you want to it's not like experience in terms of like a work experience. It's all about like a life experience what you want to make at that point. I hope I
Yeah,
answer your question. I
yeah, you
know
answer
it's a long.
everything. We almost discussed everything. Let's go on our the last question, which is if someone wanted to scale into seven figure in 2025, so what's the single most important thing they need to focus on? Is there their market share growth? Is there their external traffic profitability or something else? What do you think about it?
Probably a product development phase actually. Probably, okay, I'll give you an exercise what I do everyday basis actually, right? So, of course, we do helium 10, we do all the stuff. Actually, trust me, those are like, if you just blindly going to go follow helium 10, jungle squad, and all these data without coming up with like a new, if you're just going to take the product and launching, uh, you don't want to do that one. Helium 10 and jungle squad are a better data approach would you can able to get a lot of information, but you don't want to launch, take the same product and try to launch the same product. Well, because either today or tomorrow you making good amount of sales, there is like a numbers of sellers who's going to come and then compete with you on the pricing and everything. You're going to end up in losing it at that point, right? So why would you do that? So I would say I started doing this 2 years ago. I write 20 problems, at least three problems a day, every single day, what I'm going through in my life. So the problem, so we all, you usually, I'm an Asian culture, do not go into the problem culture, right? Don't go into trouble, don't go into problems, stay away from the problem. So the biggest, who said that one? Somebody who said, I don't know who said this one actually, Grant Cardone or somebody. The biggest, the, I 100% back up on that one, which is like what he said is like the biggest, the problem you solve, the biggest rewards you're going to get. So the problems are around you, your problems are around you, but until otherwise you realize there is a problem and you don't solve the problem. So the first things to solve the problem is like realizing there is a problem. So start writing down three problems a day around your life actually, and find out if the problems has a solution in the market. If there is a solution in the market, go on and try solve the problem. You're done, right? But if the solution does not fix your problem, so then you need to think about, okay, how can I optimize this problem like in a much better way, and how many people facing the problem. The simple way to validate, go to the YouTube and find out how many people look for those problems. Like, hey, my windows needs to be optimized. How many people look for that problem? You will see the bunch of information there, right? Bunch of people viewed at that one. That's the validation of your information. Then you go into the keywords, then you go into like how many products in the market, then you go into like finding how much big is the market it is, how much investment I need to do. So you do that whole cycle funnel based on your problem, and you become an avatar for your own problem, and you can talk about the problem literally outside. So that's where I find in a better way right now to product development. And then like the product development is going to gives you a better strategy. Or As I mentioned before, you're either good in this, product development, or in the technology side of Amazon algorithm side of it. If you're not in the both, you're going to be end up in trouble. If you have a both together, you're going to be having a best time in Amazon at that point.
Absolutely, Goldman, everything you have shared to us. And also the summary is, I think, is if you need to focus on data, you need to focus on your content, and also you need to focus on your product problem solution, how you can give the solution to your buyers.
That is correct.
That's my point.
What is that?
I would say that's right.
That's amazing. That's all it is. So that's what it is. Focus on the data. The data will show you what you need to read, learn to read, and after that, based on that, you navigate, and that will gives you so much information for you. So, but that's what makes me who I am right now. And then, of course, I came long way. I wish I would know this information, what I know 5, 10 years ago. But we cannot go back. So we live life right now and be happy that at least we know this right now, and I'm happy that I'm shared with you everybody here.
Sure, great. So thank you so much, Colin, for being with us. We are really happy to have you on our episode. So now we are going to end this episode. So goodbye, everyone. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Take care.